Selamat petang dan salam sejahtera. Yes, this is the SSSC Show, and today we have two wonderful clubs and their two wonderful representatives. This is Maxine from Music Club and Nicholas from the Social Club. Now, to get more information about these two lovely people, let's start off with a round of introductions. Nicholas, how about you start?
So good. Let me take the time. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nicholas. I'm 19. I'm the president of a newly created club which is called Swinburne SUTS Social Club. I'm just going to go short form. So I'm a student of bachelor degree of computer science, and there's nothing much I want to say. That's it. That's all I'm
Okay, that's wonderful to hear. Now, how about the music club?
Hi, I'm Maxine. I'm 20 and I also take Bachelor of Computer Science. And I'm the secretary of the music club, and I've been in the club for about 1.5 years now.
Okay, these are wonderful people with the same cause, so there's a lot of common things going on right now, yeah?
Computer science students tend to be more hardworking.
Yes,
I think so.
that is agreed upon.
Is that agreed upon?
Yes. Now, speaking, because we have music club and social club here. Now, firstly, we want to know what type of music do you like? Goes with genre, any artists that you like?
I think you should go first.
I like K-pop. I listen to BTS a lot, and I also listen to rock, J-rock, pop, and R&B. Well, mostly Korean R&B.
Korean
Korean R&B
R&B.
is really good.
Now, this is something common that we see in today's world. Everybody fangirling over BTS. I can see that her wallpaper is even them. Yes.
Mine is not.
How about you, Nicholas?
Okay. Music. I tend to like a lot of different types. Depends on the different, I don't want to say emotions, but different times I go through. Like when I was a kid, I'm more of a Chinese song guy. As I grow older, my friends listen to English songs, so I'm more of a mainstream English song. Then when I grow older again, when I'm in college, I'm back to Chinese songs. So it's a different period and different songs. Like maybe yesterday I would be listening to Chinese songs, maybe like those very romantic songs or everything. The next day I'll just go with Nirvana maybe or something like that. So it's a really varied thing. But music, sometimes one song can represent a different period of your life.
Yes,
that is true, right? There's like a song can be a type of memory that you have, represents the memory that you had.
It represents the emotions and your feelings at the time. So it's all agreed upon that, you know, depending on the emotion, there are different genres that we seek for comfort.
Yes.
Yes, and now, speaking of emotions, do you consider yourselves an introvert and extrovert? Because people say that what music you listen to really, you know, reflects on what kind of a person you are.
I go first.
You can?
I think for me, I'm mostly introvert. Like even before COVID-19, I'm still an introvert. I mostly like stay inside. I don't talk much to people. So yeah, I'm introvert.
Yeah. So when you're inside, do you listen to a lot of music?
Yeah, I listen to music. Yeah. I mostly listen to music and like read, and I don't talk to people much.
And she was saying earlier that whenever she's stressed sings.
Yes, I just sing.
So later, stay tuned for a little performance
You're singing?
from our music club secretary.
Oh, okay. That's a surprise. Okay.
And for now, from the president of the social club. Now, from this, I can assume that you are more of an extrovert, no?
I'm mostly an extrovert.
I think most computer science students are like, they think the stereotype is like they think you're introvert, right? Yeah, but then I'm not sure about you.
Yeah, let's just say I'm not the best example of a stereotypical computer science student. I'm an extrovert. I think most of the time I'm an extrovert, but when I'm broke, I'm introvert. So I think that's a good way to explain to everyone. When I'm broke or when I have work to do, assignments coming up, I'll be introvert. But if there's friends, there's everyone, we just go out and spend time together, right? Because uni life is just once, right? Unless we keep failing, that's not what we want, right? So
hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh no, next time. But the truth is, part of my personality resulted in me creating the club lah. So I think I could be considered as an extrovert, but some of the times when I want to be alone, I'll stay alone too and listen to music. Music is the best language.
You're the president, right? Oh,
yes, I'm the president.
And from that, we can gather that if you are broke, you stay inside. If you are not broke, you stay outside.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Where's my cap? That's true. Stay broke.
Stay broke. Now stay broke right now, guys.
I'm already broke because like BTS made me buy all that much, so like I'm already broke.
Thank God I'm not that type of person.
Okay, now since we have a little bit about yourselves, now let's move on to what your clubs actually do. Now, starting from the new kid on the block, social club. So assuming from the name, it's something to do with socializing.
Yes, it is. But I don't want to give it like an exact definition of it because there's a lot of meaning to social, right? Everyone can have their own definition on what social is. But I just want it to be a platform where people can define their own way of social, right? Because especially after this pandemic, right? Socializing has been not just a tough thing to do, it was scarce. We couldn't have it. And it's all online. Well, online is, you can still hear their voice, but it's not the same as like, I'm looking at you girls right now, right? So, social club definitely suffered from this COVID situation, but it's a platform that I believe in one day will result in, I don't know, happiness maybe? That's how I would describe it.
Yes, because socializing, for a big part of our lives, it's always been like physical interactions or hanging out. And with the COVID-19 pandemic now, it's really, like what you said earlier, it's really scarce. Yeah, so this club is a platform for you to build up your socializing or something like that skills, right?
Similar, because when you have a platform, the amount of different things that we can do is so much. This amount of the chemistry that we can create is so different. University is about memories, right? Because this is the last step from us being into the reality. Some people might say it's the reality. So why not? Let's have one last hurrah, right? Let's have that one last hurrah.
Yes, I agree with that completely.
And my new member, right? Introvert. This can be my new member, right? Yeah. Well, I'll try to persuade her later. I'll try to persuade you later.
I'll make her join my club.
You can, or you can even say to the audience later.
To the audience?
Yeah.
We'll do that later. Maybe we'll do that, right?
We definitely can. And now, music club.
Yeah, so music club, like I think most of the students know, like we hold like many performances, like open mics, the talent show, the mics 4.0, which unfortunately, like, because this year there's a pandemic, so like it's postponed, cancelled, and so like, and we also can't have like gatherings of like more than, is it 100 people or how many people?
If I'm not mistaken, it's 50 people.
Yeah. So like, because usually I think last year's mics there was like almost 300 people. So like,
300 people.
Yeah. So of course we can't like organize it this year. So like in the beginning of the year we usually have like our annual general meetings, which usually have like 30 people, I think. Yeah. So like the new members and old members, they get to know each other, and then like we have like ice breaking sessions. It's like, I think this March we had the new members, like we played a song for like less than 2 seconds, and then we made them guess it, and then it was really fun.
That's one thing I always love to do. Guessing songs is like, it's like, because when you like music, right, you want to share people to the type of music that you like, and then if you can guess the song that you like, it's like, it's an achievement unlocked, That's a feeling that I always had in myself too, because I love music too, because sometimes the person that understands you the most is music, right? True or not? Different emotions they represent. Music is the universal language, right?
Universal language indeed. Now, for social clubs, since you're relatively new, let's talk about your membership.
Okay.
So, currently, you're accepting members, no?
Yes, we're accepting members.
Now, is there any certain criteria that we have to meet in order to be in the club, or do you just generally accept anybody at all?
I don't think there's any criteria, right? Because
we're
all students, right? It's
Okay.
it's
He's got a point there.
yeah, because we're all students, right? Because the club is aiming to create memories, and who says that we can't create memories with anyone in the world, right? As long as there's passion. Maybe you don't have passion at first, but as long as you're willing to give it a chance, there is a chance that this can be something different.
So introverts and extroverts alike, take note.
If lecturers want to give me a call, I don't mind, right? We can have a call. Lecturers, hello, nice to meet you.
Anybody at all.
Yeah, anybody at all. You?
Maybe, I don't know, you can persuade me later.
I'll just take your phone number later and add you into the group. No need to worry.
I into the music club also.
I don't mind. I really wanted to join music club though. The issue is that I can't sing.
No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's like you don't have to be good at singing because like music club is like, yeah, as long as you have an interest in music, you can just like, play like, fiddle around with instruments there. Like we have the keyboard, we have the bass, we have the guitar, we have the drum. Just play, just do anything, just go in the room, just play, just like sing with the microphone. Even if you're bad at singing, just sing, just go in, just do anything.
So is this a deal? Are we saying this is a deal? I'm hearing that we're a trade. Oh yeah, we can do that. We'll have to do that. Oh, that's a deal. That's a
Okay,
deal.
so looks like these two don't need me anymore. They're getting along just
Yeah.
fine.
Call the cab, boys. Call the cab.
Okay, but real talk here. Now, since Social Club is relatively new, although they did have an event, if I'm not mistaken, it was something like a seminar.
Yes.
Yes.
You think it's a talk? So I was there sharing experiences on how studying during COVID, how did we feel about it? So I shared my experience about it, how it could be tough, you could feel alone. Like I guess everyone has the same feeling that every day you're waking up and then the first thing you have to do is open your laptop and work. And you can't stop every day, it's like everything you're doing the same thing, repetition. I'm not working, I'm studying, but it feels like it's even worse than that. And I shared my feelings, I shared my experiences, and I told them, not like I told them, but I shared to them, everyone, on how to release this mental stress. Call your friends, talk to your friends. I have a friend that I call every day, we just talk random stuff, maybe we repeat it every day. Because that's just life, right? You don't share your loneliness to yourself. You share your happiness, your sadness, your emotions with everyone.
Wait, so...
And music too.
Okay. Wait, so like a question for you. So this club, you made it because like, since the pandemic started, it's like you were stressed out, so like you just decided to like form this new club?
This is a very long story. This club was actually in my mind for quite some time. I would say it was quite some time, and there were several issues I faced, so I couldn't get it done, but I got it done during this sem, and then the COVID situation happened. Actually it was last sem, but the COVID situation occurred, so everything was in a halt, everyone was in a lot of issues.
Everything was delayed.
Yeah, so it was tough, right? So this sem, it came, so we started it this sem. But it started because of a lot of different reasons.
See, I can really sense the determination for creating this club, because many people, if they saw that this COVID-19 was happening, they usually wouldn't want to progress any further, because the audience and intake is so low at the moment.
Yeah, like we don't really have the motivation to do anything.
True.
Yes, but
That I have to thank someone. I have to look at the camera here. Thank you to my advisor, Miss Ching Yi. She gave me a call that time when I was almost done. She gave me a call about how's the club going. I was like, oh yeah, right. True. And then she told me that she was gonna help me out. She was gonna help me think. I was like, so thank you to Miss. She was always my advisor. She has always been very helpful to me and supportive to me. So I just want to take this platform and say thank you to her.
I want to thank Miss Chai also, because forming this club, I think that it can add to the list of clubs that I may join next sem.
Oh.
I've actually worked with Miss Chai before, and I've also worked with Scott,
Oh, Scott. Yeah, he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
So do you have any upcoming plans for any activities? Well, okay, this pandemic, it's a little bit difficult to navigate through, but then do you have anything special planned for the students?
Music club?
Actually, because this year we also weren't that active because the pandemic, all that. So because a lot of our council members are like they're overseas. Like our president is in Indonesia, and then one of our band managers are in Sri Lanka, and another band manager in KL. So like we weren't really able to like do much activities this year. So yeah, and next year is like we still haven't discussed yet, because like our president and vice president still need to like discuss like what we can do, what we can't do because of the pandemic. So like those performances are like it's like still on the in the air. It's like we don't know what's gonna happen. So
I just want to say, right, no matter how, we always need music. So
yeah,
that's true, right? We always need music, right?
Now, for this question, this
I'm
question.
scared now.
Okay. I'll
Back a
just
bit.
be a little bit more laid back, so I don't seem too serious. But I want to hear your opinion on this. Now, this is for both clubs. Now, there's a research done by a university which found that adults today have fewer friends than they did in the 1980s. Now, one of the easiest ways to combat this problem of adult isolation is music. Now, how much do you agree with this statement? Okay, can we cut it from now? Is it okay? Okay, we'll continue the question later then. Okay, so.
Any issues?
No. Okay, let's have a little break now, and we'll come back to even more information and opinions from these wonderful people. Welcome back to the SSSC Show with the Music Club and Social Club. Now, as we left off, there's a couple questions more that I would really love to know from these two people. Now, so each of these clubs, clubs are known for the events that they hold. So I would really want to ask, which activity that has left the most impact on both yourself personally and the club?
For me it was Mike's. Last year, of course not this year because of the pandemic. So like I love, because like, I got to see our president and our vice secretary performing, and then like that also inspired me to like, I felt like I want to perform too. I like the atmosphere. It was so vibrant. It was so like it let me distress and like forget all the assignments. So that's all. Yeah, I liked my most memorable one was Mike's.
Was it really hard planning all these things? Because as you said earlier that there were 300 plus attendees.
Yeah.
So how did you get all the talents in line? You know, were rehearsals really long or anything like that?
I think most of the performers were the older members. So
Okay.
I think Soraya performed. She was one of the older members too, and the older members, I think they really like graduated. So like there were not many new members performing. They're mostly old members. So like they already had experience in performing, so they just performed.
Is she trying to tell me to perform next time?
Oh yeah, no.
That sounds like I'm feeling that. Okay, I'll try.
No.
It's okay. Maybe after she performs a bit later, you can reconsider on whether you would like to sing in front of 300.
I'll play the what's that called again?
Triangle.
Yeah, I'll play the triangle.
We have that.
Yeah, there's always a role for that.
Oh my
There's always a role for that.
So how about you, social club?
My most memorable experience, I think probably in 20 minutes it's gonna be her singing in front of me. Because I'm always a big fan of people singing in front of me. I always like people singing because I feel like seeing someone sing live and singing seriously, especially not like us singing inside the toilets or the bathroom, like that's I wouldn't say it's a concert, but it's just something very interesting, right? Because music gathers everyone together, so you can feel the connection in between. So that in 20 minutes would be that.
Okay.
So we're very looking forward to that very much.
Okay.
So
I will talk
prepare
less
yourself.
so you can have more time to sing.
Okay, so now this is an important question that we really want to get opinions from both of the clubs. Now, research done by a university which found that adults today have fewer friends than they did in the 1980s. So maybe now you have 5 friends, back in the 1980s yourself would have like more. And one of the easiest ways to combat this problem of adult isolation is through music. Now, how much do you agree with this statement and why?
Music expert.
I think for me it's like half-half, because like I think for introverts they prefer having less friends, whereas extroverts like they prefer having like lots of friends, like a lot of like a big social circle. But I think since this year there's the pandemic, right? So like, I mean we still have friends. It's just that we don't get to meet them that often this year. So like I think it's inevitable, and like also we can't travel that much. Some people have like 10 pals, so it's like yeah, it's inevitable. And when you do want to travel overseas, you have to do like quarantine for like 2 weeks. So in the end, you're still gonna get isolated like in the hotel room. So like I think your only companion and your only comfort is like music. So yeah.
That's from an introverted standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the extrovert, let's hear a few words.
Music and friends. I feel like with the right music, with the right friends, there's just a different type of vibes that we can create, right? Especially the ones that you've really known for. I don't need to say a long time, but someone you feel like you're really known inside truly. When the right music comes, you sing together. That's what really happiness is, right? Because in life we come to experience, and music is one of the things that we experience the most, that brings us the most. So music, friends, why not, right? Why not?
So when you said singing with your friends, so I assume you've been at the karaoke with them?
I'm a big fan of the karaoke.
You're a big fan of the karaoke?
Yeah.
Now how are you holding up that now COVID-19 has closed all the karaoke bars? What do you do to replace that?
You can sing in your room, sing alone at your room at home.
I cried at myself inside the bed every night,
Oh, you don't
thinking about it going
Oh,
on.
but you don't sing at home.
Yeah, I actually do have those apps. Nowadays they have apps that you have singing
like
apps.
Smule and everything.
Yeah, but that's different. The vibes inside the karaoke is like, it's different. This one is just you're alone inside your room singing, right? But it's not the same as singing with friends outside.
That is true, but for me, I feel the most comfort singing in the shower.
Because no one can hear you.
And then your parents start knocking.
Oh, definitely. The
Too loud.
echo.
And then your cats noise.
My cats. That's another thing. They'll think that the world is falling apart. Okay, so that's really good perspective that we had heard from both clubs. So let's see. In the future, do you think that both clubs would have a collaboration anytime soon?
Do you guys
I
want
think
us?
it's possible. I mean, we have to like the presidents have to like discuss first. We can even the presidents like discuss like how to like what we can organize, what we can't organize, and then.
I think there's always a possibility, right? Like I said, music, friends, why not? So there could always be a chance in the future.
So since we have agreed, each club has somewhat agreed to having a collaboration. Let's start the planning right now.
Okay.
What?
Planning. So music, right?
So how will you go about this? So let's say this event will be held next year.
All right. Is it like a big event or is it like a daily event we're talking about now? Or it's all based on my opinion. I choose.
Both your
I think
opinions are
it
fine.
depends on the pandemic situation. It's like
Yeah.
how many people can attend, how many people can.
If
attend.
it's online, we can call a virtual conference, singing conference. 5-hour non-stop of singing.
Oh, I'm not sure we can do that.
I don't know.
We
They could
can
always-
get his members to sing
Yeah,
as
we
well,
can get our
right?
members to sing. There are different members to sing. Everyone likes to sing, like, it's just they're scared, right? So that would be an issue too. But one of our aims as well for the club is to like step out of your comfort zone. So singing, it's not the worst thing they can try, right? So maybe you can do that. If it's off campus, I really need some time to think. But
That's okay.
there's
No, at least there's a little bit of foundation there, and I think a lot of our students will be looking forward to that.
I love everyone. Give us a chance. Malaysia boleh.
Okay, so now just a few words on what you would like to say on for the audience. how would you like to encourage them to join your club and why?
You wanna go first?
If you like music and if you want to perform, or if you don't know if you want to perform, but then you like music, so you can join our club. It's not our entry fee is only 5 ringgit, so if you want to join, you can join.
New member here, new member. I have speech.
Does he get a waiver of the 5 ringgit?
No, I think that's the lowest we can go already.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. How about social club? Do you have a fee?
We don't actually have a fee.
Okay.
We don't have a fee.
Okay, so that's good news for all those who are broke out there but want to socialize.
If you're broke, you're gold. So do I need to make my speech now about how?
You may encourage, try to persuade our students, because this is a hard time now.
Yeah.
They need to socialize, or people who are so introverted like me will go down the drain.
So where should I start? Right, like.
Both can.
I think being in a university is something that's, like I said, instead of just once in a lifetime, it's more like something that we're meant to be, right? If we're in here, there's certain stuff that we should probably do, because one day when our eyes are shut, those things can't be recreated anymore. And I can't just try to persuade you with what I'm saying to make you to join this club, but what we're trying to do here is that we're trying to tell you that you're not alone, right? We are never alone. There's always a platform for us. There's always someone to be with together, no matter it's sadness or happiness. Of course, there's going to be flaws, but at least we're trying, right? The aim of life is always constantly trying to reach something, because the truth is, no one likes loneliness. Some do because they got hurt. But I just want this platform here, if any of you all are passionate and are willing to give yourself a chance and give others a chance, let's go out there and create a memory that only us Swinburne students can have. So that's what I want to say.
Do you see the tears trying to go down my eyes?
Tissue. Can I get the tissues? Can I get the tissue?
Okay, so from that speech, that was a very moving speech. Now, what I want to know is that social club, other than potentially socializing with each other, does it act as a support club for each other as well?
You mean collaboration with other clubs?
Like you said earlier that we shouldn't keep loneliness to ourselves. So is it something like where somebody can voice out their feelings and get support from one another?
That's one thing that we want to aim to as well. But because we're new, we can't just throw everything out, all the concepts immediately. So we're going step by step. But one of the reasons why I created this club is because I understand the feeling that in Swinburne, while there are so many students, 3,000 I think, students like that, sometimes a lot of people just know certain type of people, right? Because they're afraid to go out and reach with other people. So I want this to be a platform, a way, maybe an excuse for you to go out and make new friends, and what you all do together is going to be all on you. If you're willing to give your all, you're going to get more. That's it.
Okay, so because of this podcast and because of the people here right now, I'm not allowed to cry, but that was a very moving speech from both clubs. Pursue your interests. Be passionate about something, whatever you want, it doesn't matter, and you will always get the support that you need and that you want. And with that said, I would really like to thank both of the clubs for being here today. It was an absolute honor, and I hope to see more from both of the clubs.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so with that, we shall end our podcast, but let's have a little bit of a performance before we end, shall we?
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, so let's have a little performance by Maxine, the secretary of the music club, with Mad at Disney.
Mad at Disney, Disney. They tricked me, had me wishing on a shooting star. But now I'm 20 something, I still know nothing about who I am or what I'm not. So call me a pessimist, but I don't believe in it. Finding a true love's kiss is bullshit. Cause I feel sad love, I feel bad love, sometimes happy love turns into giving up. I feel hurt love, by the word love. What the hell is love supposed to feel like? What the hell is love? What the hell is love? What the hell is love supposed to feel like?
That's good.
That was very touching. That's all from our podcast Music Club and Social Club. Thank you very much for watching, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. What? When is this gonna be out?
I don't know, February. You should change it to something.
Start again. It's okay. Start again.
4 videos to edit now.
Just send me the videos, I'll cut it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and this is the end of our podcast for Music Club and Social Club. Let's give each other a round of applause.